Hi, this is Misha. We were just putting some rounds today through this firearm here. This is the Arsenal SAM7R, SAM7R. This is their basic milled receiver, Kalashnikov type weapon, imported from Bulgaria and remanufactured in Las Vegas by Arsenal Incorporated here in the US. Like I said, this is their basic gun, but that's not to say it's not at all a very nice gun. We have a 16 1/4 inch cold hammer forge chrome line barrel. It has an AKM, which is a pretty lightweight profile to save on weight. We have a standard AKM type bayonet lug, and we have a 90-degree gas block. In the front, we just have a 14x1 thread pattern. These usually, there's a few different muzzle devices you can get these with. This is the so-called shark gill, which is a pretty iconic Arsenal break. It's compact, but it is quite effective for its size. They also have versions that have 4-piece flash hiders, and some you can find with the simple muzzle nut. This has a typical smooth, slightly thicker than an AKM AK-74 top cover. As I said, we have a traditional milled receiver. The only real accession to modernity is the barrel is pressed and pinned in rather than being screwed in, but this has been pretty much what everyone has been doing since at least the 80s on milled guns. We have a scope rail on the side for attaching a standard com block mount for all kinds of optics. We have standard rear sights. At 800 meters. We have a standard safety. And in it we have a Bulgarian waffle Circle 10 30-round polymer. Now, this gun has been a little bit modified by myself. We have an earlier video on the SAM7 SF, and it's called the SAM7 SF to AR-M9F clone project. Well, I've pretty much set this SAM7R up like, you can either call it an AR-M1 or an AR-M9. It has the very distinctive M9 type handguards. Kind of have a triangular shape, so flat on the bottom. They have a heat shield in them. These seem to be very effective at keeping the heat away from your hand. Even during a couple of back-to-back rapid fires, we never noticed the handguards heating up. In the back, we have the AR-M9 buttstock. This is a very unique stock. It has an interesting comb to it. It dips down, but then it goes very straight. It's lightweight, but made of military-grade polymer, reinforced. And we have a very thick rubber butt plate that actually has this kind of curve and hook at the top to sit into your shoulder. Now, even though this is a NATO-linked stock, which normally I don't find NATO-linked stocks on Kalashnikovs to be comfortable, this one actually fits me quite well because of how it sits in the pocket of your shoulder. It also keeps the weight down for not being a super heavy stock. And finally, we have Arsenal's new, that they released a year or two back, SAW ergonomic pistol grip. It's kind of oversized, little bit shaped to the hand. Nothing too crazy, no finger grooves, but it's a good, comfortable, dependable grip. I like it. The trigger is a very nice trigger. It is a double hook. And the trigger itself is forged, not cast. So while it is a military trigger, it still has a very nice feel to it. For a stock AK trigger, it's very, very acceptable. Everything about this gun is smooth, dependable, and just works. And since it's just your basic milled fixed stock AK, you can put whatever furniture, muzzle devices, optics, pretty much whatever you want on it. It takes standard milled furniture, as I said, so you'll need a buttstock and a lower handguard suited for a milled, but more and more companies do make these days. So the milled receiver has some weight to it, of course, but the lighter weight barrel kind of offsets that. It makes this a little, well, actually quite a bit lighter than the more traditional AK Type 3s. We mostly shot this with these Bulgarian mags, but we did try some of the new Serbian mags with the bolt hold open follower. They fit tight, but they fed just fine, and they didn't fit so tight you had to hammer them in and out. They were just a little bit tighter than the waffles. So we had no problems with this today. Ran very well. Currently, these retail for about $1,200 to $1,250 brand new, and you can find them on the used market from about $1,000 to $1,100. These are still true imports and really a good option if you're looking for a quality gun that'll last a long time. I'm going to hang on to this one because I just think it's a great shooter, really, and I like the AR-M9 furniture. And the way things have been going with imports, I figure any kind of import that you kind of like, it's probably a good time to pick one up because the market's soft right now. Well, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below as always. We really welcome them. If you liked the video, please click that. If you have not already subscribed and could do that, we'd really appreciate it. We really value each and every one of our subs. And please tune in again next time for more hopefully unique and interesting videos. This is Misha. We'll catch you then.